Hey y'all. How are you today? Yes, sweetie.
Where's your pizza?
Go take it and put it in the kitchen. Take your piece, Vine off and Junior's off. So, hey guys, how are you today? So, I'm really excited to be talking to you guys about struggling with herpes in a relationship. This is one of the hardest things to go through when you are in a relationship. You have been with that person for over a couple of months or a couple of years, and you get diagnosed with herpes in the midst of your relationship. And the thing about it is why it's so difficult because number one, it's a lot of accusing, it's a lot of assuming, things of that nature. But most importantly, it's very hard to heal and accept herpes in the midst of your relationship because you're still concerned about your partner. You still, it's like being single in your relationship, the feelings that you have, and then still trying to thrive in your relationship, still trying to make sure your relationship is working and things like that. But it put a lot of strain in your relationship because your partner is trying to reach out to you, your partner is trying to understand what's going on, and even to a point where your partner may be accepting of it, but you're looking at your partner like, why are you accepting of this? Why do you even want to be with me? Because now your self esteem is shot, and that's one of the hardest things to deal because now your relationship is your self esteem is so shot, you just don't want to believe that your partner even wants to be with you anymore. And a lot of us need to take a step back for a second and like, okay, I'm in this relationship. This one person wants to accept me, but I have to communicate that I need a time to heal. And that may not mean break up, but just telling your partner what's going on. I may not want to cuddle all the time. I may not want to have sex for the next couple of weeks. I may not want to talk like that because I don't think you understand what I'm going through. I understand that you accept me, but my confidence is shot, my self-esteem is very, very low, and I understand that you love me still, but I don't love myself anymore. It's very difficult for me to love myself right now. I feel damaged, I feel nasty, I feel all these things. But what we tend to not do is communicate all of this that we feel with our partner, because truth be told, we don't want our partner to leave. We don't want them to tell us they don't want to be with us anymore. We want to hear that I love you, I want to be with you, but deep down you don't feel it. So my whole thing is, if you want your relationship to work in the midst of finding that you have herpes or getting your diagnosis, you must communicate. And y'all hear me say that all the time, but communication is key. You must talk to your partner about everything that you're feeling, everything that you're going through. And I'm going to tell you, this is going to take a toll on your relationship. And if your relationship can't get past this, your relationship is not going to last. Just truth be told. I talk to a lot of individuals a lot of couples who go through this, and I tell the other partner who may not have the virus that you must be patient with them, and then you must have to get to a point where are you going to willing to stay or willing to go. And y'all may think like, why would you tell them to leave me in the midst of this? I'm not telling them to leave you, but nobody has to sit and wait on you. Truth be told, nobody have to wait when you are sitting there and waddling for a long period of time. And I understand you're thinking like waddling, but Belize, this is so hard. I'm having a hard time. But you got the person you said, I don't want to deal with the rejection, but you got somebody in your face and they're telling you they're not going to reject you and they want to love you, and you're rejecting the love and acceptance. That's kind of hard for somebody to say. You're a hypocrite. Truth be told, you're being a hypocrite at that moment because you're saying one thing and acting another way. So how do you think a person is going to sit there and fight through this with you as long as they can when you're not moving forward? And typically what happens is we are stuck for a couple of months, some of us a couple of years. And my whole thing is, do you think it's fair to them that they have to sit and wait on you for that long when they are showing you and loving on you and preaching to you and doing everything they can, and you're still stuck in yourself? What can they do? And I want us to understand also, if you're in a relationship, how hard it is on your partner. A lot of y'all thinking like, well, it's hard on me because I got it. They don't have it. They don't understand. But my whole thing, yes, they do understand, because now to a certain extent, they're living through it with you. And it hurts them to see their partner struggling. It hurts them to see their partner crying every day. It hurts them that their partner don't want to be touched by them, and it makes them feel disgusting. It makes them feel nasty on top of it because you don't want to do anything at all. And my whole thing is, I'm not taking away the fact of having herpes is a hard thing, but my whole thing is you got to also remember that your partner is there for a reason. What is the point of being in a relationship and you're not trying to work? You're not allowing your partner in to help you. You're not allowing your partner to love on you the way you said you wanted. We get to this disease and we act like their relationship don't matter anymore. And my whole thing is, what was the point of being in a relationship when you had your down days? The
Can
point
you
of
for pizza?
no, you cannot.
Can you for pizza?
You can eat it. Go ahead. So it's very hard. It's very difficult because we tend to like, oh, I want a relationship so I can have companionship and I can have somebody there for me when I go through some things. And then you go through some things and you throw this person to the wayside. You're like, nope, they don't understand. He don't really want me. She don't really want me. They're lying. All that stuff like that. I'm just being honest. How much do you think somebody's going to take? Then you gotta ask yourself, how much do you think somebody gonna take? I'm sure a lot of you guys have been in situations with a partner who was going through some things, and no, you don't want to leave them and things like that. But it takes a toll on you when your partner is going through depression. It takes a toll on you when your partner is have anxiety attacks. It takes a toll on you when your partner is suicidal. It takes a hell of a toll on the other partner. And us, we tend to forget that our partners are humans too, and we tend to forget that our partners love us and they want the best for us and they're trying to do their best. But question is, are you doing your best to move forward? Are you doing your best to accept it? Are you doing your best to even listen to what your partner is telling you? And typically you're not. I'm being honest, you're not. I've talked to so many people and you're not listening. You're not even considering what they're saying at all because I understand your confidence is down. I understand that things, but my whole thing, you got the person sitting in your face that you say you love. This the person you say you want to marry, the person you engaged to, the person you're married to, but you don't even want to let them reaffirm you that you are still the same person. You don't want them to reaffirm that they still love you. You don't want to hear any of that. You're so like, I can't hear anything. I can't believe anything. And you know why you don't believe it? Because you believe in a stigma. Truth be told, you believe in a stigma so much that you can't even hear the person that you've been sacrificing for, the person you've been loving on, the person who's been loving on you, who been there through deaths, who been there through job loss, who been there through the loss of miscarriages and kids and abortions and deaths with kids and so much other stuff. But you don't want to listen to this person who said, I have been through hell and back with you. This is not going to take us out. We've been through worse. And you don't want to hear them say, I love you anyway. And you're beautiful anyway. Or you're handsome anyway. I don't care if I get it. I don't care. I want to be with you, period. You don't want to hear it. My thing is, you need to take a moment and say, why do I not want to hear what I know I want to hear? Is that weird? You want to hear that stuff. And you're not even listening to it. You're acting like it's all fake and it's all a lie. But you know the only thing that's fully a lie is the fact of this stigma. It's a lie. And it gets you so wrapped up in it that you neglect what's in your face. It basically erases everything that you've been living for. It erased the confidence, quote unquote, that you have. It erased your self-esteem. It erased your beauty. It erased your accomplishments. It erased everything. No, it don't. It's a lie. And we continue to feed into the lie, especially being in a relationship. A lot of relationships are being damaged because of the stigma of herpes. Not because of herpes, because you can still have sex as much as you want. You can still have as much oral sex as you want. You can have as many kids as you want, and your partner may not even get it. Okay, truth be told. Truth be told. So my whole thing is, why are you allowing herpes to ruin the relationship that you have built and the relationship you have prayed for and a relationship you have fasted for and a relationship that you have worked really hard for, the relationship that you created yourself for? Why are you allowing herpes to take it from you? Why? And these are questions you have to ask yourself. And I don't want to hear just because, well, I understand how you feel. But my whole thing is, this is what you wanted. And just because life happened doesn't mean it stopped from what you want. You have it. Why damage it based off a situation that happened that you didn't have no control over? The truth be told, because you wasn't educated. How did you think you were going to protect yourself against something you didn't know nothing about? For example, how are we able to protect ourselves against when Ebola came out? How was we able to protect ourselves against Ebola and we had no clue Ebola existed? Okay, then the CDC came up and said, okay, guys, this is what I need y'all to do, whatever. And what people do tend to not pay attention and do what they need and end up being exposed to it in some way, or quote unquote the flu. Okay, the flu is worse than it ever been in a while. And, we used to the flu, get your flu shot, things like that. People done that. But the flu shot didn't matter this year because now it's a new strand. So everybody was getting sick. It got to a point where medicine was getting slim because everybody was getting sick. But what could you do? They couldn't do anything because they didn't think the strand was going to increase this year. It was going to be different. They didn't know that a lot of people was going to get sick. And what we all wash our hands and things like that. But honestly, it was more than that. You couldn't go to work nowhere, and you couldn't do anything because everybody was getting sick, and people didn't even know they had flu. The flu had different symptoms. This year people was thinking, oh, it's just a simple cold, and found out it was the flu. Okay, or even worse, people was having upper respiratory infections and things like that, and bronchitis. Things was just crazy. But we all know about these things, the simple things, but we didn't know how extreme it was going to be. And now the CDC didn't even know either. So it's like, okay, now we got to do more. If you think you're a little sick, don't go to work. Make sure you're spraying everything. They telling us to do even extra more, doing more than we thought we should do anyway. So this is the same thing with herpes. We got to kind of realize we didn't know anything. We was blind. We thought we were doing the right thing. I thought we was a little educated because we learned what we can learn. We did our own research, whatever, and it's basic as much as we knew. We thought we were like, I'm getting tested. I thought I was getting tested anyway, and then also I'm using protection. So, or me and him in a relationship together, me and her in a relationship. Say hi.
Hi.
In a relationship, and this just us. We're not cheating on each other. We're not doing any of that stuff. So, we're safe. That's not enough to keep you from getting herpes. And truth be told, y'all have to understand, it ain't much you can do. It's what they say. It's 1 out of 3. No, two out of 3. No, 2 out of 4. Or 3 out of 4. Honestly, I think it's lower than that. Like, or before they were saying like 3 out of 6 or something like that. The numbers keep changing. But my guys, truth be told, they ain't everybody got herpes to a certain extent. A lot of people don't realize that cold sores is herpes, and they've been getting it all their life, since they were younger. So the lack of education is a really big thing, and it hurts us when it comes to our relationships because it's pop up, and we're assuming that we're cheating. And sadly to say, you are maybe in a relationship where infidelity was there. So it just kills the trust. It kills the trust. But my whole thing, you shutting down and you not getting yourself together is not going to keep that relationship alive. You have to get to a point where you take yourself to the side and say, I'm going to have to fight with me by myself and get myself together. But I'm also going to fight for my relationship at the same time. Because a lot of us throw that relationship to wayside and then get mad because it ends. And then you really in adults, you're like, oh my God, now what am I going to do? I gotta now go out and disclose and all this stuff like that, and I don't want to do that. But you didn't do anything to keep the relationship you was in at the time. And is it hard to kind of grieve and keep something going? Absolutely, it's difficult. But the way to keep it going is communication. You need to cry in their face. You need to take them to the doctor's appointments with you. If you need to do counseling, take them to counseling with you. Y'all know I do couples counseling as well. So my whole thing is you have to do those things as a couple as y'all go through these things. You can't just say, oh yeah, I got herpes and go over there and just do you over there. No, you got to do this together. Just if he was sick, y'all did it together. You fought together. Y'all got him through the sickness or got her through the sickness. They found that they had something. Or if it was a death in the family, y'all did it together. So why get herpes and you do this by yourself? You already feel alone because the stigma told you should be alone and you deserve to be by yourself forever. Stop believing in the stigma. Because the stigma is ruining relationships. And I'm telling y'all, you can get through this. I'm trying to tell you, you can get through this. And I know it's kind of like, beliefs, but still, I understand. But I'm trying to keep you where you want to be. You want to stay in that relationship. You want to be with this person. But you have to stop for a second and deal with yourself. And if that's talking to me, if that's going to therapy, if that's whatever, you get into a support group, you need to do it for the sake of your relationship you say you want. Or your relationship is going to dwindle. And he's going to say, or she's going to say, I don't know if I can do this no more. And you do not want to hear those words in the midst of this. Because now you're like, oh my God, I'm losing my boyfriend because I got herpes. I'm losing my girlfriend because I got herpes. You're not losing them because of that. You're losing it because you're losing yourself. You're not losing them because of herpes. You're losing them because you're losing yourself. And you don't have to lose yourself in herpes. Herpes is just a small part of who you are. You are still beautiful. You're still handsome. You still have an amazing job. Or you still have those degrees that you went to school for. Or you're still an amazing mama, amazing dad. You still got a lot going for yourself. You still got dreams. You still got goals. Herpes is not going to keep you from doing any of this. This is not a disability. And y'all treat this like a disability. This is not a disability at all. It doesn't keep you from doing anything. I don't have to tell nobody that I have herpes. I'm sure when y'all do those employee things that actually got disabilities, herpes is a disability. So why are we treating it like it's a disability and crippling ourselves off of it? You don't have to, but you must get your mental state together though, which a lot of us are not doing. We want to stay where we are. We want to stay stuck. We want to stay where we are, and we get mad and we get frustrated, and anxiety increases, and the depression increases because you're not doing anything. You think it's going to change. You think you're going to accept herpes just sitting there and sitting in your mess? No, you're not going to get better that way. The best way to get better is getting support. Getting around people who understand, talking to people who get it, getting around people who love you, letting your partner love on you. How do you think you're going to get through it if you don't have that? Get in the corner by yourself long enough. You start having negative thoughts. You start to feel like I'm not worthy of anything now because you're in a corner by yourself. But it's better when you're in the corner with a bunch of people because they're going to tell you, no, no, no. I'm not going to let you say that about yourself. I'm not going to let you do this. I'm not going to let you do that. I'm going to reaffirm you. I want to speak over you. I'm telling you, you work better, you get over this faster, or you accept this faster when you have people to support you through it. And most importantly, if you're in a relationship, let your partner support you. Listen to your partner, cry in their arms. Tell them I don't know what to do. Research together. Do things together. You never know, this can draw y'all closer together where y'all can be honest and transparent with each other about y'all pasts. Because we say we tell our partner everything. Truth be told, you truly don't. And this is a time for you to have that moment where y'all can really hash out some things y'all have going on and build that communication to move y'all to another level in y'all relationship. Because relationships do have levels. Some of us think it's just a relationship. No, you're supposed to grow in your relationship. And truth be told, some of us are not growing in our relationships. So my whole thing is, this is a time where your communication has to be strong. You cannot sit in the corner and don't say anything and expect them to read your mind. They don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what you're feeling. They don't know what the stigma is. They don't even know what herpes is for real, let alone. So this is a time that you're like, babe, I don't know either. Let's go on Google and research it. Oh, babe, I need to talk to somebody who's been through this and been through a relationship with that person had it and the other one don't have it. Boom, call me. I get it. Okay, you like, babe, I need to get in a support group. I'm really having a hard time by myself. I'm about to get in a support group. And we'll talk to these ladies to see if I can support. I want to just get some counseling by myself, which y'all know me. I do coaching as well. Or if you need to go to a therapist because you got some other things going on, it's time to get those things handled. Because truth be told, herpes is just literally 10 times worse because we already had self-esteem issues. We already had trust issues. It was already some things that was going on with us, and they just amplified it.
Mommy.
And now it's time to deal with it. It's really time to deal with it. So my whole thing is, guys, time to deal. Do not lose your relationship because of herpes. Do not lose your relationship because of herpes because you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's difficult, but you do not have to. The thing is, y'all just need help. Y'all need information. Y'all need support. And when you get that, things get easier. That's for anybody. Like I said, I've been married, and I understand when we have hard times, we need support, and that's when you go to therapy. That's when you go to couples care therapy. You go to marriage therapy, marriage seminars, and all of this other stuff. And then y'all may have to do it yourselves to work on yourself and get yourself together. But for you to be better, number one, you got to get yourself together, and then number two, y'all got to get together. Y'all got to get yourselves together. Okay. So my whole thing is, take the time to face your own fears within yourself, and then tell your partner what you're fearing, what you're dealing with, and let them know, like, babe, you don't have to fear that because I'm here for you. Let them tell you the truth because you're thinking, well, he don't really think like that, and she don't really think like that, and they gonna leave me soon as they think about it. Or when they talk to their friends, they gonna think about it, and they gonna be like, no, I don't want to be with you. If they say they want to be with you, believe them. But right now, your trust is so shot. Your self-esteem is so shot. You can't believe nothing. But my whole thing, let them tell you that. Go to the person that you need to hear from, and that is your partner. Not your best friend and all of them. It's your partner. Okay, guys, so I love y'all, and I hope that encouraged y'all in so many ways to get through this, because I know it's hard to deal with this in relationships and how this can be really a hard time in your relationship. But I want y'all to know that you do not have to lose your relationship because of herpes. Herpes do not keep y'all from doing anything. Y'all just need support through it, and let me support you. So if you're in a relationship right now and y'all need some information, my whole thing is reach out to me, and I have coaching for couples, and that's for an hour, and we'll all talk together, and I give y'all all the information y'all need to give y'all some closure on how to move forward. And then If you're just in a relationship, y'all have moved forward and you're just like, I'm still struggling. I want to be in a relationship. He want to be with me. I'm trying to work it out, but I'm still struggling with myself. Then you also can do the session with me as well. But once again, I love y'all and y'all can get through this. You don't have to struggle with this by yourself at all. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about, I am starting back up the bi-weekly sessions. It's a video chat. We did one yesterday and it was very successful. So I would love to have y'all come out to that next one, to have y'all on the next one. Stop it, have y'all on the next one, and it's on the 23rd at 8 o'clock. So if you're a part of that, you want to be interested in that, if you're interested in that, you can register for it. And then I'm gonna, keep y'all updated on it, and then you can get the link in that as well. But I will keep y'all updated on that one. And y'all just put your email in so I can keep up with you guys. And I'll put that information in here below when we're done with this. So I love you guys, and we'll be talking to each other soon. Bye bye.
Mommy.